wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. Fresh, Mr. By himself is so impressed. I mean, damn, did you even see the test? You got D's, motherfucker D's. Rosie Perez, yes, Betty Bass, Gina, no, put your poo, put your. Hey, hi guys, welcome back to the channel for the people, by the people, with the people, everything. People, I am Kels Mabula and I'm back with yet another video. Anyways, guys, let me sit proper. Anyways, guys, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are amazing because I am blessed and highly favored. I am great. I'm fantastic. I think it's kind of brought up, but I'm just amazed, guys. Wait, I'm just going NJ. All things good. That's how I am. That's how I'm feeling, guys. This hairstyle get homemade, ne? So please don't judge it. I was getting tired of my hair, Elisa Kamihing, you know that afro. So hence this. So if you're seeing it a little bit of, don't judge it. I didn't go to the salon for this. Anyways, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I've stopped wanting to get to a certain number of subscribers because I just want to build a community first. Have people that comment and we just engage in the comment section. Even just vibes, and then we can grow from that, you know. Imagine having 1 million subscribers with no comments, with no likes, and people not watching. That wouldn't be nice. Anyways, let's get into the video, but before we get started, let me just have a sip. Now you can get started. So I am sitting here to tell you guys that your girl is great. Girl is finally officially finally official. What the hell is that? Your girl is finally officially a graduate.
Siri, how you say graduated in Spanish?
In Spanish, graduated is graduado.
Girl, I just graduado.
I just wanna unpack it handle from the beginning until the end. Why I studied teaching, what I went through, how long it took me. Never. It's kind of tricky to talk about how long it took me because of the obstacles that I kept coming across. Yeah, but anyways, let's get started. Why did I study teaching? Did I initially want to study teaching? Norma, you know what happened. So I graduated in 2016, right? Graduated. I finished my matric in 2016. Excuse me. I finished my matric in 2016, and then 2017 took a gap year, and I worked go retail for like 2 months. I was like, sorry, I would rather go to school than do this, you know. And then I remember that December Naya festive ele. This one aunt of mine called me into the kitchen from my dad's side of the family, by the way, and then she was like, Mandisa, uzimiseleni uye esikoleni next year kwenzakalani mfethu, you know, like talk to me, what are your plans? And to be quite honest with you, in as much as I took a gap year, I feel like I took it for all the wrong reasons. I wasn't doing my research. I wasn't thinking about what I wanted to study. I wasn't, I wasn't being intentional about the gap year that I had taken. I just took it for vibes, for fun, until she asked me, and I was like, why is she asking me? You know, because I hadn't really like thought that far. Until she was like, you should study teaching because teaching imnandi because it has funding opportunities, or whatever. Yeah, but it has a lot of funding because one thing about this family, asina mali. So it's better if you just take a course which can fund you, you know? So back then, I just took it as her saying, I need to go to school, but with me going to school, I need to know that they don't have money, so they can't take me to school. That's how I took it back then. But now I'm just like, I get it. I get where she was coming from, and I don't think it was from a malicious place, you know. But back then, guys, I just used to see things differently as compared to how I see them now. So for the longest time, I was just like, why would she say that? It's not like I was going to ask them for money to go to school until now, until I started seeing things from like a different perspective. And yeah, grateful to her, shout out to her, love her loads. And then this one aunt of mine, also from my dad's side of the family, I don't remember if it was the same night or what. She sat me down and then she was like, baby girl, listen. Definitely the same night. I remember now. She was like, baby girl, listen. Think about where you want to go, what you want to study, where you want to stay, and all of that, and let me know. I've got you. You excitement in territory. But also, guys, remember that side of the family. I'm not saying anything bad about them. It's just that we all have things to say about that side of the family. Sharp, but also shout out to her. You know, came the following year and she paid for my registration fee. No, I actually had a conversation with my mom that, Mogel, listen, I am going to study through UNISA in case she doesn't actually like pay for my fees until because Nami, she just said, look for a school, check what you want to study, where you want to stay, all of that, I've got you. But she didn't say how long. For how long is she gonna pay for my fees until I'm done with school? Is it just for first year? Is it just So I was like, Mogel, listen, I don't wanna go live Koresi. I don't wanna go study at an institution. I'll just settle for UNISA because I've checked how much is one module and all of that, and it was quite reasonable for me. For me, I don't know why I'm saying for me, but like for me, it just made sense as compared to like your VERDs, your other institutions. Sharp came the following year. I did that, applied, registered. She paid Vela for my registration fee. Shout out to her, love her loads. And then after that, her fees. Going forward, now I'm starting to pennies car. I'm not enjoying studying. Guys, so you can imagine, Jorge, from the beginning of me studying, it's always been hard. And before I get into it, I want to talk about the power of the tongue. Power of the tongue, guys. Now I sit back and I realize that, damn, there is such a thing as power of the tongue. Like this thing, dangerous. This girl, or is it a boy? This thing, dangerous, right? Because I remember in high school, I used to pray so much to God that, dude, can I please make it to grade 10? I made it to grade 10. Can I please make it? I was like, I would rather, and every time I would pray, guys, for him to take me to the next grade, I used to say, I would rather fail in uni than here. Every time I used to pray, I was like, listen, Mpasi said no, ke tla faila pele. Right? Like, make me pass now. It's okay if I fail in uni. Each and every time I used to pray, I used to say that. And then, now we're back to me being in school, in varsity now. I'm at UNISA. Obviously, I'm not attending and all of that. And then, I don't know if there's things that I want to leave out or I should just say them or what. I don't know, but okay. Right. So, fine. Now I'm in school, and now my aunties are only paid for my registration fee, and going forward, I'm not getting any help. And now I don't want to be a pain in the ass and be like, how, dude, you said I must go to school. I must choose which school. Now you're not paying. I just feel like she didn't owe me that. Yeah, sharp, she promised me that, but she didn't owe me. Now, guys, my mom doesn't really earn much, so she just had to make a plan that whole year. She had to make a plan. I remember end of the year, I couldn't pay for like half of my fees, or I don't remember how much it was. I used to cry day and night. I'd be in bed. Ke ikhurumeditse ka dikobo. Right? Ke ikhurumeditse ka dikobo. Like, because I was like, I'm not going to get my results. If I don't get my results, I won't have enough time to register for the next year. Like, guys, it was just hard. Again, right? Shout out to my granny from my dad's side of the family, because like back then I used to be so mad and bitter, but now I just see how much they helped me, because my mom spoke to her and then she gave us all the money to pay for my fees at the time. And then moms came and she was like, bro, you can finally get your result. And I was like, wait, what? And that was a really happy moment for me. Like, I was like, God. Also passed a few modules. Again, failed a few because grades are like 10 at the time, I think. Yeah. And then I failed a few. Listen, now it takes us back to God, let me pass every grade. I will fail in uni. It doesn't matter if I fail in uni. Let's just do the failing in uni, just not here in high school. Failed a few modules. Sharp. Next year, happy. Applied. This time around, I applied for funding. Next year, happy. But into name Boraka, Unisaka is name. Or is it NSFAS? I don't know. Like, they would take time to pay for registration. So I'd have to panda money. Well, my moms would have to panda money and give me money for registration, right? And then NSFAS would have to refund me, right? Sharp. So did school and all of that. And guess what? Your girl registered wrong modules. But I was not aware at the time. Like, I did quite a number of modules. And then I don't remember what happened. Oh, I think I was counting. Okay, how many am I left with? At some point. I don't remember if I did that second year or third year. Went to school, they like, Miguel, 1, 2, 3, 4, modules are all wrong. You were not supposed to do those. I, I, like at the time, I didn't know how I felt. I just felt, yeah, no, I'm being tested because what the hell is this? If it's not money, it's wrong modules. If it's not wrong modules, I just felt like, yeah, because if you can actually look at my thing now, I actually have, I forgot how it looks like, but there's actually like modules, guys, with distinctions, by the way. Modules with distinctions that I did but were incorrect. I even asked them, okay, can't you substitute the incorrect one? Like, can't, because I did the incorrect ones, can't you just put them in the places of the ones that I was supposed to do? Because I passed them like so nice with distinctions and all. They were like, no, my girl. No, my dear. Also, everything happened at the time when we didn't really have a home anymore, so we were looking for a place to stay. This is one. I think I'm just gonna give you guys like a, of my situation, but just not all of it, because people tend to take things and use them against you. So so just when I thought, bana, yeah, okay, fine, okay, let me just correct modules, we'll figure things out. Now we don't have a place to stay anymore. Shit's about to get real. And then, cling. I remember I was in the bathroom. Then, cling. I got money in my account. Remember, I used to present Kosoweto TV, right? In my matric year. Yeah, but I had to leave that for school. Sharp. And then, money in my account. Okay, one time, my mom was like, yo, Mandisa, this money could help us because honali the stand, right? Honali the stand plot. Standing plot, I don't know. But you guys can correct me in the comment section. Thanks. My mom was like, Mandisa honali the stand, kai. This money could really help us. Yada yada yada. Moms went and did the things. And finally we could have a place to stay. But it was far, but not really far, but it was far, Also, bear in mind, it's a new place, new development, or whatever they call them, meaning there's no water, there is no electricity. I'm a student, I need those two, right? And also, I needed to stay closer in case I needed to go to school, So that's when we decided that, okay, since you get NSFAS money and all of that, when we leave, you can stay. And then I remember at some point I stayed with my cousin, I stayed with my cousin's ex-girlfriend. Guys, they were not dating at the time, but she was kind enough to say, Miguel, listen, come crash with me. But obviously, when you're staying with someone, you don't work. It was just not working out. I decided to move with no job, with no plan, decided to move, find my own place, and I've just been making it work since then. So it's just been really hard because you find people saying, why are you not staying home? Go back home. And I'm just like, I mean, I can. And at the time, it was really bad. It was really like worse in terms of like water and electricity. At least now things have gotten so much better. What's okay? Well, I think I've kind of given you guys the reason. I just don't want to dive deeper into it, but I've kind of given you guys a reason why I never stayed home then till now. And then now, obviously, I'm done with school, so I've gotten used to staying on my own. So now I've just decided to not go back home, you know? Also, guys, it also comes with wanting to grow and being independent and all of that, and it being easy for me when I'm this side. I hope you guys get it now. But actually, shout out to my subbies that have never actually asked me, dude, you're struggling with rent, why don't you go back home? Shout out to you guys for just watching and saying, Yazini, it is none of my business, and actually not asking me questions that I was not ready to answer. So there's this module, guys. Crazy how I passed Afrikaans. Oh, math was also, it was giving me a tough time. But then shout out to my boyfriend's sister for helping me. I passed math with a distinction. Those who know me, this one in math. But I passed that shit with a distinction. So in varsity, I had to do Afrikaans and Sotho, right? Because obviously Sotho, I did it in high school. So I thought, water, it's going to be water in the park. Where, guys, I kept failing that shit. I kept failing that thing. Takes us back to, can I pass every grade in high school? I will fail in uni. Took me back, like each and every time I kept failing, it just took me back to that, right? Guys, now this is where I started to get scammed. There were people on Facebook saying, we will help you with assignments, we will write them for you in. This girl, being the naive Kels that I am, I sent, okay, Motu would tell me that, okay, they are starting in, and then they tell me they're done. I would send them the money. The first one was 450 or something, for something around there. Excuse me, bear in mind I'm a student, I don't have money. I paid that for something because I was tired of failing Sotho, guys. I was tired. Then that person sent my work, found another one, told him about what happened. He was like, I empathize or sympathize. One of the two. Yeah, with you. I sympathize with you. That's how these people are. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Why are they even charging so much money? I charged 250. I was like, ooh, smaga. What a bargain. And then he also did the work, and then he took like a picture of a book, and then he scratched out the answers, and he was like, I'm done with your work, account number, sent. Next thing, I'm being mized. I'm like, I can't be getting, guys, as if I don't learn, I got the third person to do my assignment for me. What did they do? Long story short, they scammed me as well. And then I was like, you know what? And then our lecturer had like a lesson for us, because Anabona were failing this thing, right? And then she was like, there'd be a lesson, attend, now my Wi-Fi things are good, now I can, I took my time and I switched on my laptop and I listened to that lady and I made notes. And then I did my first assignment. Guess what happened? Pass. Not just a pass, like a pass. I think I got 65% or something like that. I was like, oh, so that's all I needed to do. Imagine how many times I got scammed. I just needed to sit down and listen to this lady, because I don't think I actually ever used to attend when they were like, yeah, we have a what teams join. And she did it again, and I sat down and I watched, and I got 70%. I was like, what? I was so mad. I was like, all the money that I got scammed. Also, guys, another thing about me and this journey that of being in school, I never owned a textbook in my life. I used Google. I used each and every internet form of anything you can imagine. That's all I used. I never had owned a textbook until last year. My mom, I was like, Momsy, there's this module that's giving me a beating, and the tutorial letter or the study guide doesn't have much information, so I definitely need a textbook. When I got the textbook, also didn't have much information. Like, I never even used it. Like, I was like, oh my God, I made my mom buy a book for me for no reason. I was like, thank God it's the first and the last book I ever bought and I've ever had to buy in my life. Shout out to my mom, guys. Like, I'd go to my mom crying like, mama, I got 50%. She'd be like, Mandisa, you don't have textbooks. Even when I go to her and I'm like, yo, mama, I failed. I only passed 3, I failed 2. My mom would be so understanding, guys. And I'd be like, but why? I failed, you know? Like, she was always so supportive, and it just used to confuse me until she made me realize that, dude, I always see you work. I always see you study. I'd maybe talk to her, maybe like during the AMs, and I'd tell her, yo, Momsy, I just finished studying. I'm about to sleep now. Have a good day, whatever, whatever. Or like, yo, I'm cold. There was no electricity. I had to study with the lights. That I always used to like update her like that. So she used to know that when this one is busy with when she touches the schoolwork, listen, Ish is about to go down. Because one thing about her, one thing about now, when I study, guys. When I play. But when I study, when I touch my books, see, I become lazy to study. But the minute I sit down and I study, it becomes hard for me to leave the chair. So my mom used to be so understanding, and she'd tell me how proud she is. And I'm like, dude, I should be done with school now, but I'm not. But she used to understand all of that. So all of this takes us back to me working. At some point I was working, and then work was starting to especially calls. You guys know call center. Call center was starting to interfere with me studying and all of that. So I had to weigh my options. Also, I didn't want to do call center like that, you know. And I was still new, and I was doing amazing, and I was making money, but my schools were slacking. I was missing assignments. I was missing some exams. So, guys, I hope you guys now are starting to understand why it took me so long to finish, because of also, you know, with UNISA, exam, and then at the end of the day, you get your results and they say absent from examination, and I'm like, how? Because I said that I definitely remember myself sitting down and writing that exam, you know. So if you guys are hearing me correctly, you will understand why it took me so long to finish this degree. And one thing that I love is the fact that I knew why I started. I don't think I studied teaching because I loved it or I wanted to do it, but eventually I ended up loving it, especially when I started doing my teaching practicals. Ooh, baby. That was when I was like, what the heck did I get myself into? But damn, I love it. I always say I don't have patience for anything and everyone, but children, oh, Sana, I have the whole day, the whole year, the whole month, the whole everything, you know? So work got in the way. I had to leave work and carry on with my studies. I don't know what happened with my funding. For some time I couldn't be in school, and then after that I was finally back in school. So now it's gonna be like, hi, this one, today you are in school, tomorrow you're doing your pracs, ning ning, you are not, ning ning, what's up with you, you know? So I didn't want to be asked such questions, even though I did see some of the comments in my comment section asking me, girl, are you done? Did you end up finishing? And it was from people that don't watch me religiously. I think it's people that just enjoyed my teaching videos and stuff. So I just was not comfortable asking. So I didn't want to be snacks to them or whatever. So I just kept quiet. It's crazy how obviously, like, when you are in school and all of that, you are gonna finish, you are gonna graduate, you are gonna get whatever job that you get, but it's crazy how it still hasn't sunk in that I'm done. It still hasn't sunk in that it's me. I'm graduating. You did it. Like, I did that. I'd be lying if I said it hasn't. It's sunk in, and I'm excited. Like, as much as I've already bought my dress, my shoes, like everything that I need and wanted, bought those things, but still hasn't sunk in. It's crazy how with some things I just don't think it could ever be me. I just don't think I deserve those things. I just, you know, when I see nice things like Koba Tumabang, it just makes sense. But when it's me, I just become in disbelief. Like, I just feel like, is this you? You know, and I just have that thing out, it might be taken away from me. I don't know why. It's as though I feel as though I don't deserve nice things, or crazy. Also, not a lot of people know. oh, you guys are gonna be the first ones. Okay, I'm lying. You guys are not gonna be the first ones to know. Mom's side of the family, nobody knows. Nobody knows. And that side of the family, my dad knows, my aunt knows, and I'm suspecting she told people that one. My auntie knows, my mom's dad knows, which is my granny, the love of my life. She knows. Oh, my dad also knows. But the rest, I don't feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't owe anyone anything at this point. My friends know, the friends that I have now, I won. I am blessed. Love them so much. It's just crazy how, oh, wake up, Mr. West, Mr. West, Mr. Fresh, Mr. By himself is so impressed. I mean, damn, did you even see the test? You got D's, motherfucker D's. Rosie Perez, yes, very best. You know, put your poo, put your patch out. I'm still in disbelief, by the way.
Yo, I am in disbelief. I am in disbelief. I am in disbelief.
I think it's all gonna sink in when I'm finally getting my face and my hair done. And if you're thinking of starting that business, it's not only about school. If you're thinking about starting that business, registering for that short course, degree, diploma, whatever it is, go for it. It took me a million years, but you know, and God, you see those things, now, God doesn't say no. He only says not now. Or what else does that saying say? Please comment it down below. They say God doesn't say no. He doesn't say no. He says not now. Not now. Imagine if I had given up, guys. I wouldn't be where I am today. Now it's crazy because I'm unemployed, but guess Anna, not just unemployed. Unemployed graduate. It has a name and a surname, this thing. Not that it's a good thing, but like, I'm not just unemployed. Yeah. Yeah, so after here, guys, it's definitely going to be my grad vlog. Going to do my face, my makeup, getting ready, my nails, all of that. Please stay tuned and be on the lookout for that. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you guys so, so much, especially those that are inspired about guys, especially those that have been following my teaching journey, and those that are inspired by it, and those that are motivated by it, because I truly am. Now I'm looking back and I'm like, damn, when I was still on the journey, I was like, ugh. But now that I'm like, oh damn, girl, we've come a long way. Yeah, I'm done yapping. I hope you liked and enjoyed this, and I hope you took something from this. I love you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.